Okay, so first off, I want to clarify the topic of this video. What I mean by the title is that I dislike it when Hollywood, or anyone for that matter, takes a character and changes the skin color in a new iteration of said character. Now, to be honest, it's never like a humongous issue. Like, I will still enjoy a movie. Like, I would never sign a petition to get a particular actor removed from playing a particular role because of the skin color, simply because the skin color doesn't fit the character. It's not that big of a deal for me. I would still watch the movie, TV show, or cartoon, and I would still enjoy it, of course. But if you were to ask me, would I rather have a new iteration of, let's say, Batman be black or keep his original skin color, in this case, white, I would just much rather keep him white.
What did you say, nigga?
Now, maybe Batman isn't a fair example because he's literally like my favorite fictional character of all time. But yeah, I would rather keep him his original skin color. Same with any other character that I like. And this is for two main reasons. The first reason is simply because it can slightly, just slightly, break my immersion. Then again, like I said earlier, it is not a major issue. I would still enjoy a movie even if they made him black or Asian or any other race. But I do think that an actor or a new iteration of a character has to remotely look like the original. And this might be a controversial take, but I think sometimes it's pretty difficult for us to look like white people or a white character. I'm sorry, but it just is in my opinion. And it's the same thing vice versa. I think it's pretty difficult for a white actor to look like a black character. Hell, I think we can use an analogy for this concept that doesn't even use the concept of race. If there's a new iteration of Batman, sorry to use Batman again, but I have to, I expect his bat suit to be black, or at the very least be blue, gray, and maybe have some yellow in it like the original. I do not expect his bat suit to be purple and red, or pink and green, or look like an Iron Man costume or something of the sort. Does that mean that I hate the color pink? No. Does that mean that I hate the color red? Also no. I think that there's just so much sensitivity involving the concept of race that we overcomplicate this issue. And then again, it's the same thing vice versa, right? If they made who's a black suit? If they made Blade white, I would be like, bro, what? Then again, it wouldn't ruin the movie for me. It wouldn't ruin any movie for me. Unlike some people who I actually question the motivations because they're so pissed off that they're actually willing to sign a petition to get a particular actor removed. Like people who are that pissed off, I actually do question why they don't want an actor of a particular race to play a particular role if you're that pissed off. But for me, then again, I would just much rather these creators and these producers and these directors keep these characters the same skin color that they originally were. And even if they don't, it's not that big of an issue. Like, if the movie's good, I'll enjoy it. If the actor is good, I will enjoy it. And that's precisely why I said it only slightly breaks my immersion. It's a very minor issue. Now, maybe I'm just a racist piece of shit, but if you're going to hire a white actor to play Blade, I'm gonna notice it. I'm sorry, but I'm going to notice that fairly big change to Blade's appearance.
And actually, I wouldn't even consider you a superhero. You're more of a vampire slayer.
Don't do that.
Now, before we move on to reason number 2, I want to say that reason number 1 only really applies to characters that I like. My immersion doesn't really get broken if it's a character that I don't like, or even like a side character. I don't know, maybe it's because we don't really see them on screen too frequently, but like my immersion being broken when the skin color of a character changes only really happens when the character is like a main character or a character that I really like. Now, to explain the second reason why I hate when this happens, I'm just going to play this video because he explains it far better than I do.
What you'll do is you'll make a movie about Vikings and turn them black. It's insulting and it's lazy. What's his name? Ashuga. I believe he was a black slave sold by a Portuguese merchant vessel to Japanese men who set him free, and he became a samurai warrior in feudal Japan. A black African man. Where's the Netflix series about him? Animated or non-animated? That would be a killer of a show. Make the series. There's a job for a black actor. But what you don't do, and the BBC did this, is take a classic story like the story of Troy, where Achilles is described in the original text as a fair-skinned man with long blonde hair, and make the actor black.
I pretty much agree with everything he said here, especially the part about being insulted. You know, I'm actually shocked that there are more black people who don't feel this way about this particular topic. I like black. I love black characters. The Static Shock, there's Miles, Luke Cage. I love these characters, and part of the reason why I love these characters, or at the very least, part of the reason why I don't dislike them, is because they're authentic. They didn't just slap black skin onto an already established non-black character. They were made from the bottom up. They were made with compelling backstories, and they had interesting motivations, and they also had likable personalities. In my opinion, I think that's diversity done right. Changing the skin color of an already established non-black character isn't diversity. Well, I mean, it is diversity, but it's lazy, and it doesn't do us justice. Now, honestly, I was scared to make this video, and even more scared to upload this video because of the potential backlash that I would get. Even right now, I'm expecting to lose like 200 subscribers, but I don't know. I just felt the need to make this video for some random reason. It's definitely not really in line with my usual content. I mean, next video, I'll be back to my nerdy Naruto power scaling. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Consider liking and subscribing, and please don't cancel me. Bye. Wait, there's actually one more thing that I wanted to say. I'm recording this after I just finished the recording that you just heard. Recently there was information about a new iteration of Batman being black, and some people got mad, some people were okay with it. I actually think that this is diversity done right, because they're not actually just changing Batman's skin color. This is not Bruce Wayne. This is Tim Fox, who is Lucius's son. Batman in this iteration of the comic has retired, and he's giving the cowl, giving the responsibilities of Batman to someone else, or I think someone else is taking it up, and it just happens to be Tim Fox, who is also happens to be a black character. It's sort of like how Captain America retired and gave the responsibilities of Captain America to Falcon. So I think this is diversity done right. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, because I showed some pictures of this, and I don't want people to think that I have a problem with this type of diversity. I think this is good diversity. But anyway, thanks, bye. Please don't cancel me.